we're diving into one of the most exciting topics for coin collectors: the 2019 W Mint Mark $quarter coins. These coins have taken the collecting world by storm, and if you have one, you might be sitting on a small fortune. We'll break down everything you need to know about these rare quarters and how they could be worth up to $1 million. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's jump right in. First, let's talk about what makes these coins so special. The United States Mint, known for its usual production of quarters, decided to create a very limited series of 2019 quarters with a unique twist. They included a W Mint mark, indicating that they were minted at the West Point Mint. The U.S. Mint made history by releasing these special quarters in circulation as part of the America the Beautiful series, but here's the catch: they were produced in incredibly low numbers. The 2019 West Point Mint quarters were a big surprise, as they were meant to be an unpublicized release. In fact, the Mint had no plans to distribute them widely, which is why so many collectors consider them a treasure. Now, let's talk about why these 2019 W Mint Mark quarters can be worth so much money. For starters, their rarity is the main factor driving their value. Unlike regular quarters, which are minted in the billions, the 2019 W quarters were struck in limited quantities and were intended for circulation. As a result, not many of these quarters ended up in the hands of collectors or investors, making them incredibly rare. The scarcity, combined with their unique mint mark, has made them highly sought after. So, how can a quarter be worth up to $1 million? Well, there have been reports of individual 2019 W Mint Mark quarters selling for staggering amounts. Some rare examples, especially those in excellent condition or with special attributes, have fetched upwards of $100,000 at auction. But in the right circumstances, certain coins have been known to exceed that and break into the $1 million range. The $1 million value comes from a combination of factors: the coin's rarity, its condition, and its provenance. For example, if a 2019 W quarter is graded in mint condition, say, a perfect MS-70 grade, it becomes even more desirable. As time goes on, the value of these coins could continue to rise, especially if they are preserved in exceptional condition and become more difficult to find. In case you might have one of these rare coins, it's important to know how to spot a 2019 W Mint Mark quarter. The W Mint mark is located on the obverse, or head side, of the coin, right next to George Washington's portrait. Keep in mind, these coins were released as part of the America the Beautiful series, so you'll find different designs based on U.S. national parks or sites. The 2019 quarters featured 5 different designs, including check for the W Mint mark and make sure the coin has no major flaws. A well-preserved coin could mean big money down the line if you think you have one of these valuable coins. The next step is to get it evaluated. You can take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer who can give you an estimate of its value. Alternatively, you can get the coin graded by a trusted grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), which can give your coin a certification that will help increase its value. Once it's graded, you can sell it through a coin auction, a reputable online marketplace, or directly to a collector or dealer. Just make sure you know the value before you part with your rare find. The 2019 W Mint Mark quarters are truly one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting in recent years. Their rarity and the surprise factor behind their release make them incredibly valuable, and some have sold for up to $1 million. If you're lucky enough to find one in your change, don't just throw it away. Take a closer look. You might be holding on to something worth more than you think. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to hit that like button if you found this information helpful. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences with these rare coins, drop a comment below. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1965 Washington $quarter coin. If you think all quarters are created equal, think again. The 1965 Washington quarter, especially those without a mint mark, has become an exceptional treasure that could potentially be worth up to $1.1 million on the open market. Let's explore WHY. In 1965, a major shift happened in the U.S. coinage system. The government, in response to a coin shortage, eliminated silver from the quarters and dimes, replacing it with a copper-nickel blend. However, not every coin produced that year was ordinary. While most 1965 quarters had a mint mark indicating where they were produced, some of these coins are believed to have been struck without any mint mark at all. These no mint mark Washington quarters are extremely rare and are considered to be one of the most significant varieties among the 1965 quarters. The reason these no mint mark coins are so valuable has to do with a mix-up in the production process. It's speculated that the Philadelphia Mint accidentally struck a limited number of these quarters without adding the distinguishing mint mark. Due to the very limited number of these coins, they became highly sought after by collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why are these coins worth so much? First, rarity plays a huge role in the value. With very few of these no mint mark quarters in circulation, the demand far outweighs the supply, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. Second, these coins are part of a unique moment in history, the transition away from silver in U.S. coins, and have become a symbol of that change. So, if you come across a 1965 quarter with no mint mark, you could be holding on to an absolute treasure. Coins in top condition have been known to sell for upwards of $1.1 million at auction. Of course, the condition of the coin, its grade, also plays a crucial role in determining its value. The more pristine the coin, the higher the potential price it could fetch. If you think you may have one of these rare quarters in your collection, it's time to carefully examine it. Look for the absence of a mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just above the DN quarter dollar. This is where the mint mark is usually placed, and the lack of it will be the key indicator that you have one of the prized 1965 Washington quarters. However, be cautious. While these coins are rare, there are a lot of counterfeits out there. Make sure to authenticate any potentially valuable coin through a professional grading service before trying to sell or auction it. The 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictable and fascinating world of coin collecting. The journey from mint to marketplace is one of history, rarity, and great value. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone who enjoys the thrill of treasure hunting, this is definitely one coin you'll want to keep your eyes on. Thank you for tuning in today. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more valuable coin insights. Who knows what other rare gems might be hidden in your collection? We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins that collectors are talking about, the 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. These coins may look like your typical quarters, but there's something special about them that could make them worth a small fortune. In fact, some of these coins have been known to reach a staggering market value of up to $1.20 million. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter so rare and valuable? Well, it all starts with a unique set of circumstances that turn these seemingly ordinary coins into incredibly sought-after collectibles. Let's explore the history and the specifics that have turned these coins into the treasure they are today. First, we need to understand the basics of the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter features the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The reverse features an eagle, which is iconic to American coinage. The 1998 D Mint Mark quarter is part of a regular series of quarters produced by the U.S. Mint, but some errors, and unique features have contributed to its incredible value. In the case of the 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, the primary factor that boosts its value is a rare and significant error in the minting process. A small but important error, often referred to as a D/D mint mark error, made these coins incredibly rare. Essentially, the Denver Mint accidentally stamped the D mint mark, which indicates that the coin was produced in Denver, over another D mint mark. This error is very hard to detect with the naked eye, but it makes these coins extremely valuable to collectors who are looking for those elusive, rare pieces. As you can imagine, only a limited number of these error coins were produced, and that rarity has caused demand to skyrocket over time. Collectors, investors, and numismatists have sought out these coins for their historical significance and the rarity of the minting error. This demand has driven up the market value, with some of these error coins now being valued at $1.2 million or more. But what should you look for to spot one of these rare coins? First off, you'll need a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the mint mark closely. If you notice any doubling or layering on the D mint mark, it's a strong indication that you have an error coin on your hands. It's also important to inspect the overall condition of the coin. Coins in mint or near mint condition are much more valuable than those that are heavily worn or damaged. Now, before you get too excited, it's important to note that not all 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarters are worth a fortune. In fact, the majority of these coins are still worth just 25 cents, the standard value for a quarter. However, if you do happen to come across one of these rare error coins in good condition, you could be holding on to something truly special. In addition to the D/D error, other factors can affect the value of a coin, such as its overall rarity, condition, and the demand within the coin collecting community. Some collectors may even pay top dollar for coins that have been graded by professional organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which authenticate and grade coins based on their quality. The 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter is an excellent example of how an error in the minting process can turn a relatively common coin into a highly valuable treasure. If you're a coin collector or someone looking to start your collection, keeping an eye out for these rare error coins could be a lucrative endeavor. Just remember, whether you're hunting for rare coins or simply admiring the history of American currency, it's always a good idea to do your research and educate yourself on the specific details that make a coin valuable. So, what do you think? Could you have a hidden gem in your pocket? Be sure to check your quarters, and if you think you've found a valuable 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, it might be worth taking it to a professional appraiser for a closer look. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future coin tips, rare finds, and numismatic news. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've come across any other rare coins in your collection. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins, and trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Have you ever wondered how much a single quarter can be worth? Well, in 2015, a particular batch of $quarter coins was minted that could be worth a staggering amount of money. We're talking about a market value that could reach up to $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million for a quarter. Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around as we explore how this happened and how you can spot these coins in your own collection. Let's start with the basics. The 2015 P Mint Mark $quarter coin, which was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, is a coin you've probably seen before. But what makes it stand out is the presence of a unique P Mint mark, which is the key to its value. Usually, quarters are minted with a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. So when the U.S. Mint released a small batch of quarters from the Philadelphia Mint, collectors took notice. These 2015 P quarters were issued in honor of Harriet Tubman, and they were part of the program celebrating national parks. Most of these coins were produced in typical numbers, but here's where the twist comes in. Due to a minting error, a very limited number of 2015 P mint mark quarters were released into circulation without the expected no mint mark design. The error created a rare opportunity for collectors to scoop up something that wasn't supposed to be in circulation. Now, what makes these coins worth up to $1.3 million? Well, it's not just the rarity, it's the condition of these coins and the demand among collectors. These error coins are highly sought after by both professional numismatists and casual collectors. In fact, the highest selling auction price for a single 2015 P quarter was recorded at nearly $1.3 million. That's because these coins are extremely rare and difficult to find in good condition. So how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? The key is looking for the P mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint typically doesn't place a mint mark on most quarters, but for this particular batch, the P is the dead giveaway. When you find one, check for signs of any minting errors, such as a blurry or missing design element, as these can drastically increase the value. Next up, condition matters. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. Coins that are graded as MS67 or higher by a professional grading service are the ones that have the potential to fetch a high price. These high-grade coins are often found in uncirculated condition, meaning they've never been used in everyday transactions. If you think you might have one of these rare 2015 P mint mark quarters, it's crucial to get it professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC will assess your coin's condition and assign a grade, which can significantly affect its market value. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, finding a coin like this could be a game changer for your collection. Keep an eye out in your pocket change, at coin shops, or even online auctions. Just make sure you verify the authenticity of the coin before making any purchases. And who knows? Maybe the next rare find in your collection could be a quarter worth more than you ever imagined. If you're lucky enough to have a 2015 P mint mark error coin, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks, and share this with your friends who love to hunt for rare coins. If you have any questions or you've come across one of these valuable coins, let us know in the comments below. We dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible values. In today's video, we're going to talk about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, waiting to make you a fortune, the 1990D mint mark quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right. The 1990D mint mark quarter dollar, a coin that was produced as part of regular circulation, but it holds a secret that many people are unaware of. It could be worth up to $1.4 million. That's right, a quarter worth more than $1 million. Now, before you rush to check your change jar, let's break down exactly what makes this coin so valuable and why it could fetch such an astronomical price on the market. The 1990D quarter was minted in Denver, with a D mint mark that indicates its place of origin. The coin itself appears to be just like any other regular quarter you might encounter, but there's a specific feature that sets certain ones apart from the rest. To understand the value, we first need to look at why this quarter is special. While the 1990D mint mark quarters were struck in large numbers, over 1 billion of them, a small number of them were misstruck with a unique characteristic. Some 1990D quarters were accidentally struck with a double die obverse, meaning the design was improperly stamped during the minting process. This resulted in a noticeable doubling of the letters and numbers on the front of the coin, including the word Liberty and the date 1990. That's where the magic happens. These rare double die errors are highly sought after by coin collectors, and when you find one in excellent condition, the value can skyrocket. The most well-known of these 1990D double die quarters have been known to sell for millions at auction. But how do you know if you have one of these million-dollar quarters? Well, you'll need to look for the telltale signs of doubling on the lettering and numbers. If the doubling is clear and well-defined, especially around the word Liberty and the date, you've likely got a treasure on your hands. Here's a closer look at what to watch for. The doubling effect is often most noticeable on the word Liberty and the date, with extra lines or shadows appearing around the letters and numbers. It's these little imperfections that make the coin a rare find. Now let's talk numbers. These rare double die 1990D quarters have been known to fetch incredible prices at auctions, with some reaching as high as $1.4 million. That's right, one quarter worth more than $1 million. But keep in mind, this only applies to the well-preserved, error-struck versions. A coin in poor condition will still hold some value, but it won't come close to the record-breaking prices we've seen for pristine examples. Coin collectors and dealers are constantly on the lookout for these misstruck treasures, and when they come up for auction, the bids can go through the roof. In fact, the most expensive 1990D quarter ever sold went for $1.4 million, setting a new record for the highest price ever paid for a modern U.S. quarter. So what should you do if you think you have a rare 1990D quarter in your possession? First, make sure to have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service like PeaceGS or NGC. Grading will give you an accurate idea of its condition and its potential value on the market. Once your coin is graded, you'll know whether it's worth keeping in your collection or selling to a collector who's willing to pay top dollar for this once-in-a-lifetime find. To sum it up, the 1990D mint mark quarter dollar could be worth a small fortune if you happen to have one with a double die error. With the right condition, this little coin could make you a millionaire. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep your eyes peeled and your change jar ready. You never know when you might find a coin worth more than its weight in gold. We're diving deep into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world today, the 1985D mint mark quarter dollar. If you're a coin collector, investor, or simply a fan of rare and valuable currency, you're in for an exciting and informative ride. Now, the 1985D quarter is not a coin that you come across every day. In fact, it's one of those hidden gems that has captivated numismatists and collectors alike. So what makes this coin so special? Let's break it down and explore what sets the 1985D quarter dollar apart from your standard circulation quarters. First, let's talk about its mintage. The 1985 quarter was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. During that year, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters, but here's where it gets interesting. While most of these coins were minted and circulated without any major issues, some of them possess characteristics that make them highly sought after. You might be wondering what exactly makes the 1985D so valuable. Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and a few specific varieties that can elevate this coin's worth to mind-blowing levels. Some 1985D quarters exhibit specific errors, such as the double die or other misprints, which can increase their value significantly. In fact, if you happen to find a 1985D quarter with one of these rare minting errors in high grade, you're potentially sitting on a small fortune. The market value for these coins can climb into the hundreds, thousands, and in some cases, even millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. You might be asking, how can a quarter be worth that much? The answer lies in the rarity and condition of the coin. A flawless specimen, with no wear and tear, and one that showcases a rare minting error, can command extraordinary prices at auctions and from private collectors. So if you have a 1985D quarter in your collection, it's definitely worth inspecting closely for any distinguishing features. Next, let's look at the factors that determine the value of this coin. The condition, or grade, is critical. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin that's graded at a higher number, particularly in the mid-60s and above, can be extremely valuable, especially if it has a minting error. The presence of a double die, for instance, can increase the coin's value dramatically. Another factor to consider is the market demand. Coin collectors and investors are always looking for rare and unique pieces to add to their collections. The 1985D quarter fits the bill as it's not just rare in its condition, but also sought after due to the nostalgia and interest in coins from the 1980s. Collectors of specific time periods often pay a premium for well-preserved coins, and the 1985D is no exception. If you think you might have one of these valuable quarters, the next step is to have it professionally evaluated. A certified coin grading service can assess its condition, determine if it has any minting errors, and assign it a grade. Once you know the grade, you'll have a better idea of what it's worth in today's market. You can find these coins at reputable coin shops, auctions, or even online marketplaces, but be sure to check the provenance and certification of the coin to ensure its authenticity. So, what can you expect to pay for a 1985D quarter if it's in top condition or has a rare minting error? Well, prices can vary depending on the specific coin, but examples of high-grade 1985D quarters have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. For those with significant errors, like double dies, the prices can soar much higher, reaching the hundreds of thousands or even $1.5 million if the coin is in near-perfect condition. In conclusion, the 1985D mint mark quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. It's a rare collector's item that could potentially be worth a fortune. If you come across one of these quarters, make sure to check it carefully for any unique characteristics, and don't hesitate to have it professionally graded. With the right condition and rare features, your 1985D quarter could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their values, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. We're diving deep into a rare and highly coveted subject, 2000p mint mark quarter dollar coins. Believe it or not, some of these coins could be worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. But there's a lot you need to know before rushing to dig through your spare change. Let's start with the basics. The 2000p mint mark quarter is a regular issue coin from the United States, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P on the reverse side. These coins were made in massive numbers and circulated widely, so you might wonder, what makes them so valuable? Not all 2000p mint mark quarters are worth a fortune. Most of them are worth only 25 cents, but there are a few rare exceptions. A very specific variety of the 2000p quarter, the P mint mark DDO, or double die obverse, is where the magic happens. This coin features a noticeable doubling of the letters and numbers on the obverse side, which is the front part of the coin. If you look closely, you'll see that the lettering, especially around the word Liberty and the year 2000, appears to be doubled. This anomaly happened during the minting process, where the dies used to strike the coins were misaligned, causing the doubling effect. The result? A coin that stands out and has captured the attention of collectors. So, why is this specific coin worth such a jaw-dropping amount of money? It's simple: rarity and demand. Due to the error, only a small number of these double die obverse coins were produced, making them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. The condition of the coin plays a big role in its value. Coins that are well preserved, with little wear and tear, fetch the highest prices. When these coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, they can receive a high grade, which pushes the value even higher. Now, you might be wondering, where can you find these coins? As they were released back in the year 2000, many of these coins have already been circulated, and most are in poor condition. But that doesn't mean all hope is lost. Some of the rare double die obverse coins may still be hiding in your pocket change. Keep an eye out for the doubling effect, especially if the coin looks like it's been in circulation for a while, but still has that sharp, clear design. If you come across one of these 2000p mint mark quarters, the first thing you should do is examine it closely. Look for the doubling on the letters and numbers. The most obvious signs will be on Liberty, in God we trust, and the date, 2000. If you spot these signs, you may be holding something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and the grade it receives. The value of these coins has seen incredible increases over the years. While they started as a niche item for serious collectors, word has spread, and more people are realizing the potential worth of these rare quarters. In some cases, a well-preserved 2000p mint mark DDO quarter has been sold at auction for prices that reach up to $1.6 million. Yes, million. These types of sales are extremely rare, but they do happen. For example, a coin in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 or higher, could fetch these kinds of prices. In addition to the condition, the market for rare coins has been growing. More and more people are getting into coin collecting, whether as an investment or a hobby. This increased interest has pushed the value of certain coins to astronomical heights, and the 2000p mint mark DDO quarter is a prime example of how a small mistake in the minting process can result in a big payday for savvy collectors. So, what should you do if you think you found one of these valuable coins? First, get it professionally appraised. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or a grading service that can authenticate and grade the coin. Having a coin professionally graded by a trusted organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) can significantly increase its value. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you'll have a much better idea of its market value. If you decide to sell it, you can either work with an auction house or find a buyer through specialized online marketplaces. Keep in mind that the value can fluctuate depending on the current market demand for rare coins. Before we wrap up, it's important to mention that not all 2000p mint mark quarters are valuable. Most of them are not the double die obverse variety, and they're worth no more than their face value of 25 cents. That's why it's so important to know what to look for and how to properly identify a valuable coin. We're going to dive into a fascinating story about a specific type of quarter, the 2016p mint mark $quarter coin, and why it's so special that it's worth millions in the market. So let's get into it. You might be wondering, what exactly is so unique about the 2016p mint mark quarter? Well, this coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. In 2016, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision to mark these quarters with a P mint mark, indicating that they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, it's important to know that the mint mark P on quarters was actually used for the first time in U.S. history in 2016 for regular circulation coins. Before that, quarters had never carried a P mint mark, making this a significant event in numismatic history. You may be asking, why are these coins worth so much? Well, the answer lies in their rarity and their connection to a very unique event. Initially, the 2016p mint mark quarters were intended to be distributed into regular circulation just like any other quarter, but they quickly became the center of a massive interest surge from collectors and investors alike. Here's the catch. When the U.S. Mint began distributing these coins, there was a mistake in the minting process, and some of these coins were released with defects. These errors range from double strikes to misaligned dies, and in some cases, you'll find coins with irregular shapes or blunders that make them incredibly rare. Because of these errors, certain 2016p quarters have gained immense value. Some of the most sought-after quarters can fetch prices as high as $1.7 million at auction. Can you believe that? So, how exactly do these coins reach the astronomical price tag of $1.7 million? The answer is rarity combined with condition. When it comes to rare coins, especially those that are part of a historically significant series like the America the Beautiful program, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pristine, error-free examples, or in some cases, those with fascinating minting defects. Coins that have rare errors, such as off-center strikes, double die reverses, or unusual misprints, can push a coin's value into the six or even seven-figure range. In fact, one specific 2016 P Mint Mark quarter, featuring an extremely rare error, was sold at auction for an astounding $1.70 million. The condition of the coin is equally important. Coins graded in near-perfect condition by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) are worth much more than those in lower grades. If you're looking for one of these valuable 2016 P Mint Mark quarters, it's essential to know where to look. While these coins were widely circulated, the errors are rare, and many of them have already been collected or sold. You might find these coins in circulation, but your chances of stumbling across one that is both in pristine condition and has the rare minting error are slim. The best places to find these coins are at auctions, dealer shops, and through online platforms that specialize in rare coins, like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or even specialized coin forums. So, how can you identify if you have one of these rare and valuable coins in your pocket change or in your collection? First, check for the P Mint mark. If it's a 2016 quarter with a P Mint mark, it's worth taking a closer look. Next, inspect the coin for any defects or errors. Look for double features, especially on the designs of the state parks or national sites on the reverse. If the coin has an off-center strike or other noticeable defects, you could have a real treasure on your hands. The key is to have the coin professionally graded. A professional grading service like PCGS or NGC will assign a grade based on the coin's condition, and this will give you a better idea of its market value. In conclusion, the 2016 P Mint Mark $quarter coin has become a sensation in the numismatic world. Its historic release, combined with its unique minting errors, has made it one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in circulation. If you happen to find one, especially with a rare error, you could be sitting on a goldmine worth up to $1.7 million. We're going to talk about the incredible value of certain 2002 P Mint Mark $quarter coins that could be worth up to $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. We'll dive into how you can spot these valuable coins, what makes them so rare, and why collectors are willing to pay such high amounts. Let's get started. Camera zooms in on the coin, highlighting its details. First, let's look at the 2002 P Mint Mark quarter. The P stands for Philadelphia, where this coin was minted. But what makes this specific quarter so special? It's all about rarity and error coins. Normally, a 2002 P Mint Mark quarter might be worth face value, just 25 cents. But there are some rare variations that make certain 2002 P quarters incredibly valuable. The graphic shows a regular 2002 P quarter next to an error coin with a highlighted feature. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some 2002 P quarters were struck with a minting error. One of the most famous errors is the double die variety, which results in doubled lettering or numbers on the coin. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin isn't perfectly aligned, causing the design to be impressed multiple times. For these coins, the value skyrockets. The host shows a close-up of a 2002 P quarter with noticeable doubling on the lettering. Take a look at this one. You can clearly see the doubling on the lettering, which is a clear indicator of a double die error. This type of coin is extremely rare and in high demand among collectors. A coin like this can fetch anywhere from several thousand to hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and how pronounced the error is. The chart breaks down the value of these quarters in different conditions, from good to mint state. For a coin in mint state, the value can be as high as $1.8 million. But remember, condition is everything. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. A coin with minimal wear, sharp details, and clear doubling can command a much higher price than one that's been heavily circulated. The expert is seen looking closely at the coin under a magnifier, noting the fine details. Professional coin grading services, like the PCGS or NGC, play a crucial role in determining the value of your coins. They assess factors like wear, scratches, and the overall condition of the coin to assign a grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin will be. Finding one of these error coins isn't easy, but if you do, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The key is to inspect your coins carefully and keep an eye out for any unusual features. If you think you found one, don't just spend it. Get it appraised by a professional. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. So there you have it. The 2002 Mint Mark $quarter coin, potentially worth up to $1.8 million. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin finds. And as always, keep searching, because you never know what treasures you might find in your pocket change. We're diving deep into a rare and incredibly valuable find that could make you a fortune. You might have a coin sitting in your collection, or a change jar that's worth more than you could ever imagine. We're talking about the 1981 Mint Mark $quarter coin, and you won't believe how much these coins are worth in today's market. So grab your magnifying glass, because this could be the start of your own coin treasure hunt. At first glance, the 1981 quarter may seem like just another coin from the early 80s, but when you start digging into its rarity and unique characteristics, you'll see why it's so much more. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was produced. However, there's something special about certain 1981 quarters that set them apart from the rest. The coin we're talking about here is not your everyday quarter. These coins are famous for having a minting error that makes them incredibly valuable to collectors. Some 1981 quarters were struck with a rare double die reverse error. This means that the coin's design was accidentally stamped twice, leading to noticeable doubling of certain features, particularly the lettering and numbers on the reverse side. This error, while extremely rare, gives the coin a unique look. It's so distinct that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for one in good condition. While most 1981 quarters are worth face value, those with a double die error can fetch a significant amount. Now, let's talk about the real money. You may be wondering just how much these rare 1981 quarters can sell for. Well, depending on the condition and the level of error, some of these quarters have been sold for as much as $1.9 million in private sales and auctions. That's right, $1.90 million. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are in excellent condition, with minimal wear and tear, will be worth far more than those that have been circulated heavily. The best examples of these coins have been graded by professional services and can be found at major coin auctions, where collectors are willing to pay huge sums for them. So, how do you know if your 1981 quarter has this incredible error? The most important thing to look for is the double design on the reverse side of the coin. Pay close attention to the word quarter and the number 25 in particular. If you notice that these elements appear blurry or doubled, you might have a rare coin on your hands. It's also worth checking the coin under magnification. A jeweler's loupe or a high-quality magnifying glass can help you spot the fine details of the doubling. But be warned, these coins are incredibly rare, and most 1981 quarters are not worth more than face value. If you think you've found one of these rare double die error coins, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded. Having your coin authenticated and graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can greatly increase its value. These organizations assess the condition of the coin and assign it a grade, which will determine its market value. Once graded, you can decide whether to hold onto the coin as a part of your collection or sell it. Many collectors opt to sell their rare finds at auction, where there's always a chance you could end up with a life-changing amount of money. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? If you have a 1981 Mint Mark quarter, make sure to take a close look at the reverse side. It could be worth more than you ever thought possible. If you spot that rare double die error, you might just have a coin worth up to $1.90 million. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on more coin tips and rare finds.